this hair?
You want some fiber?
What do you mean fiber? Like as in food?
No, crew. This. Hit the girl.
With the trombone.
Yes, she should not be playing trombone.
I'm not
She's
happy
gonna
with
last
her
in
at
this
all.
society. You gotta play the sexy instruments. That's where the money is.
Violins. Or
Yeah,
the tuba.
any wind instrument. It ain't happening. You drive like this all the time? Just eating?
Well, when it's like a straight road.
So you want me to tell you that story about that song?
Yeah.
So that song by Fuel years ago when I was in high school. I don't know where you were, but you know, what's it? I can't even remember what it's called. Leave love bleeding in my hand. Yeah, that song. So I was dating this girl for a long time. Not a long time. Long for me, like 3 months.
Damn, you made it to 3 months?
Yeah, man. And the reason I dated this girl, and this is terrible. I'm embarrassed. I'm like not embarrassed. I'm ashamed that I did this now. But the reason I started dating her is because I lost a bet.
Oh.
But you know, it ended up being okay. So we kept dating. But she ended up being kind of crazy. Like
They all are crazy.
no.
Like really crazy?
No, like crazy. Like
Ooh.
really like I would see her outside of my window. Like, so we start dating, and I break up with her because I was that kind of guy,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and
No
she was
doubt.
crazy. So that was a double whammy. So she writes me this letter. It was like a 5-page letter about how God gave her this vision of our life together after we get married. And
Oh, man.
all of the kids we're gonna have, and these are the kids' names. And I was like, God didn't tell me that. So anyway, she became very, very hostile, to say the least. Like, she started stalking me, and like I'd be driving on the road, and all of a sudden there she'd be like, zoom, she'd cut me off. And,
Oh, dang.
and I'd look out my window, and she'd be parked. I had apartment complexes, and there was a parking lot right next to it, and I'd look out my window, and she'd be sitting in that car, like staring at my window.
Jeez.
Yeah. So she disappears for like 2 months.
Disappears.
Yeah, she's just gone.
How old were you?
16, 17?
16? So she disappeared from like school?
No, like so we were in this group of friends. We didn't go to
okay.
the same school, so like she was just gone. I was like, oh, good. So I get this letter randomly 2 months later. She's just cussing me out. You're an a-hole. Da, 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 da. You treated me like crap. Blah blah blah. And I started dating her because I lost a bet. That was crappy, but I wasn't mean to her. Besides that,
Yeah.
breaking up with her, she considered to be mean. So anyway, it was like a 4-page letter, just all that for 3.5 pages, and then like at the very end, this little paragraph about how much she missed me, and she wanted to know if I wanted to give it a second try. And then I come home like 2 days later from school. I'm walking up to my apartment, and she's like sitting on my doorstep, and I'm like, ah! She's like, we need to talk. And I was like, I don't think we do. And she's like, please, just give me 5 minutes. I was like, all right. She's like, I don't want to talk here. Let's go to this park. I was like, I'll follow you in my car because I'm not riding with you. She's like, deal. So she drives to this park that's like 35 minutes away. 35 minutes away. There was a park 2 blocks from my apartment.
Oh, jeez. It's getting creepy.
So we go to this park, and she starts cussing. Like, it's just like she was reading that letter out loud almost. She's like, you're an asshole. Da, 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 da. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, I'm sorry. You know, I wasn't trying to, I wasn't trying to hurt you. It just wasn't working out. That letter really freaked me out. That's not my cup of tea. So after she cusses me out, and she only did it for like 5 minutes, and then it was super silent. And then she says, so I mentioned in that letter getting back together. What do you think of that? I was like, that does not sound like a good idea. So we're sitting there. There's a dad, like, kind of off to the side, like 10 yards from us, pushing his daughter on the swing, and she starts like crying really loudly, like really loudly, and then she starts singing that song at the top of her lungs.
Really?
And she's like toned it. She can't sing. So Leave love bleeding in my hands again. And she does the whole thing. Oh, so I kind of like, that freaked me out. She's singing at the top of her lungs while she's crying this pop song. So about 10 seconds into the song, I just got up and walked to my car, and I had one of those T-tops, and it was down because it was a warm day. So at this point, I'm like 50 yards from her when I finally get into my car, and she's still sitting there rocking back and forth, and I can still hear her singing this song, and that guy is pushing his daughter like, what in the heck is going on over here? So that was so we heard that song today, and I was like,
It brought you back to the